Hello there, this is Kristen. I'm back for another video about book covers. So in the past few weeks, I've been deconstructing a lot of books, children's picture books for junk journal pages. And I've kept the covers here because I don't really want to throw them away. Most of these have nice illustrations. They would make really fun either junk journal covers or sketchbook covers, spiral bound sketchbook, or actually spiral bound journal of any sort covers for people who do that sort of thing. I don't do spiral bound and I don't have any interest in doing it, but I would just like to see these be used. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to price them, but I hope to price them very inexpensively so that somebody can make their own journals at home. I don't know if any of these I will be using myself, but I thought I would show them here anyway. This one was a book called The Treat Shop. It's full of all kinds of just various stories, nursery rhymes, and things that you have probably heard of. The inside covers are really fabulous. I think that would be, this is possibly one that I might use because it's a small enough size, but anyway, like that one. Hound and Bear. This one, the spine was damaged, so I just cut it off, but it's a very cute cover, and that would be a fun sketchbook cover. Also, the insides are in really good shape. All right, then Storyland Favorites. This one also was a variety of children's stories in a reader style, of course. And the spine is intact, but it would need reinforcing if somebody was going to use it for a journal, of course. You could also remove it and add your own spine, but I think that's a nice cover. It's kind of very muted colors compared to a lot of the ones that I have here. This book was a funny little book full of black and white pictures of things, and it's just really small, but that would make a really cute little journal. You probably need to make a new spine because this is so narrow, but that would be kind of fun. This one I really like. I might actually do something with this cover because it's such a cute design. Sounds of Laughter. Still has the spine on there, and in this case the spine is in pretty good condition, so that could possibly be reused and just added in a journal pages, and it's very cute, colorful, and fun. This one the spine's in bad condition, so it would need to be redone. It has some nice illustrations on it. The library sticker is still there, and I don't know if that's removable or not, but that might be something that somebody could use. There's also probably other ideas for things, like if you had the tools to cut out images and use them in other kinds of crafts of, I don't know what, but that's something that's a possibility as well. So there's that one. And then Anderson's Fairy Tales. This one is a very nice cover, but also it's just too big for me to want to make a journal out of. It would make a nice size sketchbook though. And it's in pretty good condition for the age of it. Black Beauty. This one is in terrible condition. I don't even think that I would try to sell it, but if somebody really wants a cheapo Black Beauty cover, that could be useful. The insides are actually better. This one could be framed. That would be kind of fun. So there's that. And then the Snowy Day. So some of these, the next few, like I said, I used to buy spiral bound blank journals from other sellers. And, I don't know, the first time I bought one was 10 years ago or more probably. And I had a selection of them, and I used some of them, and some of them I didn't use, and then I just don't like spiral bound. So I ended up cutting them apart. So I cut off the edge that had the spiral binding on it, and when at least the people that I was buying them from, they would leave the pages of the book in the journal, so they would be like in the front, 10 pages, and the last 10 pages, and then in the middle would all be blank paper for sketching. So I actually saved those book pages to use for junk journals. And then the covers I thought would be useful for somebody, whether for me or not, I don't know. But The Snowy Day is one of my favorite illustrated books. The colors are just absolutely beautiful. So this cover is in pretty bad shape. It's all scratched up, but I still think they're so pretty that I can't imagine throwing it away. This was another one of those sketchbooks, Peter Churchmouse. This is a really sweet cover. Look at the insides. They're so cute. And it's in really good shape. So that would be a great spiral bound thing. I think it's a little too big for me to want to make a junk journal with. This one was also really pretty. I don't remember the name of this book, and I don't have the spine anymore, but the illustration here is really sweet. If I could figure out how to finish the edges on something like this or like this that has such a cute illustration, I would cut it down to a size that is more useful for me, but I'm not sure what exactly I would do. Like on the spine edge, that would get covered, but any other edge that's cut off would just be raw like this, and I don't know exactly what I would do. So if you have a suggestion, I might be interested in just cutting it down and making a journal with a smaller version of that. This was another one of those sketchbooks, so I have the covers left, and the illustrations are still in great shape. There is some water damage down here, but I still think it would make a fun sketchbook cover. This is a book that I purchased and used, or I cut it up for junk journals. I haven't actually used the pages yet, but it had really fun, like 70s style illustrations with all these colors. This cover is really dirty, so I don't know if anybody would want that, but I think it's a pretty neat illustration. Parties for Children. This is pretty, one that you'll see every now and then, and it's very colorful. That would also make a fun sketchbook. You probably need to take out the spine, but it's a large format, be a good size for a big sketchbook. Happiness Hill is kind of in the same collection as like the Sounds of Laughter and The Treat Shop. These were, I don't even know if they're the same publisher, but they're all kind of in the similar style or similar size, and colorful illustrations. I like this one as well for a sketchbook cover. It's just really got some cute illustrations. It's in pretty good condition. The inside is nice. So that one, that's the size that's probably about as big as I'd want to go, but I might do something with that one. Better Homes and Gardens Junior Cookbook, which is one of my favorite books. I actually still have my childhood copy of this cookbook, and I don't cut it up. It's downstairs on the bookshelf, but whenever I find them, I tend to buy them because I really like the illustrations. And it's got to be this vintage, which I think was from the 70s. So this one is in pretty good shape, would make a nice size sketchbook. The spine is intact, but I don't know that it's useful, so that's why I would suggest this for a spiral bound book. This one's really cute. I think this was called Olaf Learns to Read or something like that. So I love this just a really sweet illustration on the cover. The insides are great with those 70s style colors. So this is a good one, and it's a pretty good size for me. I might do something like with that. This one, Left and Right with Lion and Ryan. I've seen a whole lot of these at the bookstore, so I think people don't like this book very much because I tend to find it for sale a lot. But isn't that a great illustration? And this cover is in, it's almost like new. It's in such good shape. So, you know, taking the spine off and making that into a sketchbook or just a large format junk journal, if that's what you like to do, would be wonderful, because I like that. Okay, The Runaway Giant. This one is also a great illustration. The cover's really in good shape, and the inside is nice. You know, there's some discoloration, but overall it's in great condition and very cute. This one is, you know, I've got a few of these really, really big books that I would never want to try to do anything with. But if I could figure out to cut them down to make a smaller size journal somehow, that would be cool, because the illustrations are very cute. These covers are in pretty good shape. There's, you know, there's a little drawing there, but that doesn't bother me. That's a little messy, but you could probably paint the back cover if you didn't like that. So there's a big one. This is a really old book that was falling apart. So I cut it up because it was, it just was not gonna last. And I don't even remember what the age was. I think it was 40s or 50s, probably. Slappy. It's pretty cute. This would be a fun illustration to even just to frame. The cover's got some creases, like it was kind of bent that way, but it's still in pretty good shape, and it's really sweet. Very nice. So there's that. How Does the Wind Blow? This one is one of the first books that I got, and I cut it up right away, even though it was actually in pretty good shape. But the covers are so pretty. I think that this is also a size that I might possibly make something with, and it would look really good. So there's that. Best Love Nursery Rhymes and Songs. You know, this is one of those old 60s or 70s style readers with all kinds of stuff in it. The spine is in very bad condition, and in fact there's some kind of damage. Whatever happened to the spine kind of crept up into there. So this would need definitely some extra reinforcement there, but I mean, I would cut out the spine and just do the covers with a spiral binding. That would be fun. Okay, and then The Golden Encyclopedia. This one is also huge, and this cover, it's okay. The inside is messed up. So I don't know that anybody would find this useful, but if you do, let me know. And then the last one is, I think this is the one that I'm cutting up word cards for right now, the Golden Dictionary. 1,030 words. And this is actually in pretty good shape, except for the spine, which you could remove. And the insides on this one are really nice too. They've got the seasons, and I think that's really pretty. I wish I could figure out what to do with it, but like I said, maybe it's just good to be a large sketchbook cover, or maybe you could frame. Actually, you could maybe cut these apart and frame each one individually. That would be kind of fun. So there's some ideas, and if you have anything, any clues or any desire to make any big books, you have access to spiral binding machines. I don't know if that's the sort of thing you can get done at Kinko's. Maybe it probably is. It's probably something you just take your stuff in there and they can do it. I don't know. I've never looked into it. But if you are interested in any of these, or if you have any suggestions for what I can do with these really large ones, just let me know, because this is only a very small selection of the book covers and, you know, intact books that I have right now. I'm a sucker for children's book illustrations and children's books in general, so I tend to gravitate towards them, and I think I'm just gonna always have this problem. So let me know if you have any suggestions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.